and then I'm going to bless the message. Thank you guys for waiting. It is on restriction. So if you have been a subscriber of 4 weeks or longer, you will be able to participate. I'm going to pause for a minute for interruptions. So give me a second, guys. Okay, let's see if that works. Can you guys hear me okay? I wasn't going to do a live stream, but I was just going to do like a regular video. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to wait for it to fill up for a minute. I'm just annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Who else is irritated today? Anybody? Super irritated. But going live always makes me feel bad. I'm just like doing everything. Hi guys. Hi Kyrie. Hi Lord Key. This isn't supposed to be in here. Oh my gosh. You guys could be dealing with a lot right now, but you've got your head on straight, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, I know you're like a little bit like, what is going on? What are these people doing? They're getting on my freaking nerves. I'm getting like interruptions, distractions. You're trying not to fight resistance, but at the same time, it's like you're annoyed. Okay? You guys could definitely be annoyed because there is a version of you that is disintegrating. Okay? This chair is gonna drive me crazy. I love this chair so much, but like, because I'm always in it, it squeaks so much. So I'm gonna switch chairs. Hold on, guys. Oh my gosh, this freaking chair. Love it to death, but I don't have time for this. So I'm gonna take my husband's chair because he's never in it, and it's not gonna squeak. Okay. Oh my gosh, that noise just drives me nuts. Okay. Let me pray. Let me pray. Okay. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Calling upon my angels, my ancestors, only of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against me shall prosper, and anyone trying to spy or pry into my life, may their spiritual ears be deaf, may their spiritual eyes be blind, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Holy Spirit, I ask that you enhance my gifts at this time. Amen. Ugh. Okay. I was going to do this as a regular schmegular video, but that I was just like, I don't want to edit. After editing everything I did for Patreon yesterday, I was like, I'm not editing. Forget it. Freaking forget it. And I tell you guys this because you could be in the same type of energy. It could be because of what I'm channeling, or it could just be me. I got charms out for you guys, and yeah, let's jump into your message. You have changed a lot of hearts and a lot of minds, okay? My air's on. It's loud. I hope you guys can hear me okay. So let me know if it's like making it echoey. It's Mercury. You know what? So I apologize in advance, but you know. What was I going to say? Okay, so you guys have changed a lot of hearts and minds of a lot of people, and you're really needing to embrace that right now. think about all these little haters, all these little Decepticons that, you know, they didn't really F's with you. Probably at the beginning of the year. Even your enemies want you back. The message that I'm getting, even your enemies want you back. And some of the people that are giving you the hardest time right now, probably the reason why they're triggering you or making you like back up is because there is a side of them that you see in yourself that you used to be, and you're like, oh, they're so toxic. Like, I used to be like that, a chronic complainer, a little victim, a little drama queen, a little drama king. And so you're looking at some of these people, and I don't feel like it's a lot of people that you're having to deal with that are like that, but there's at least one or two that are in your vicinity that are doing the most. Okay, it is Leo season. Welcome to the 8/8 portal. Again, I wasn't going to go live, but sometimes when I'm in a really cranky mood because I've been working all day, so like today is a 17-hour day, sometimes I'm not in the mood, but connecting with you guys is a good energy exchange for me, and it raises my vibration even when I'm grumpy. So here I am. Okay. And you guys are dealing with some pick-me's. And I mean, they're doing a lot. But what I want you to understand while they're doing it and zhuzhing it up onto the side, you guys are dealing with a lot internally. You're dealing with a lot internally. There is a lot that you are processing. There's a lot that you are reflecting on. You've got your head on straight. I'm here to tell you that. You guys have your head on straight. Do not let anybody tell you anything different. Because even if you feel like you're about to do something out of pocket, or you do something out of pocket, you're quickly going to rectify it. I literally see somebody being like, ugh, like freaking out, and then going to the side for a second, like, let me pray, let me think, let me ponder, and then going back and rectifying it. But that is for your loved ones. That's not for the pick-me-shas, okay? That is for your literal loved ones that are testing your patience right now. You feel me? And you are trying to figure out how to get to the best of you and who should get the best of you. So you have changed a lot of people's hearts and minds. So let that love in and let the others spiral. Okay, the pick-me's, your terrible bosses, terrible family members, terrible whoever is that you don't freaking talk to anymore. Let them go be a little pick-me on their own. Okay? They want attention. They don't care if it's negative attention. They don't care if it's positive attention. They just want you to validate their feelings, or I don't know. They could be talking a lot of shit about you and on this whole smear campaign about how they feel about you, but it's because they're jealous of your position. They're jealous of your leadership, the way that you are able to lead, the way that you are able to teach, the way that you are assertive. These people that you're dealing with, they're not assertive, and they make that everybody else's problem. And when they are allegedly assertive, they're doing too much and they're beyond negative, okay? They're a little bit too aggressive when they are able to finally like get the words out. So those around you that have their throat chakra blocked, let them, okay? Because you interacting with them, I know a lot of you guys are going to do it anyways. You're going to tell them where to go and how to get there, but I don't recommend it because that's what they want. Pick-me's want what? They want attention. Chronic complainers want what? They want an audience. You guys could feel like people in your family are choosing sides. Let them. Eventually, their minds will change too. So really think about that. You've changed the hearts and minds of so many people that were like, I'll never F's with collective. I will never talk to them. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. And they're just like, you know what I mean? They're like, I don't want to talk to them. They're so full of themselves. They're so, like, you guys change people's minds. So if you change their minds, and these people at the end of the line are taking forever, let them. They'll get there, okay? They will get there too, but you don't have to guide them and exert all of your energy doing the bait and switch with them. Because what ends up happening, you end up being upset because you're so mad at them, you can't transmute that into something else because you're like, you're annoying. Do you know what I mean? So something that's been helping you guys is the fact that you guys have been getting your beauty sleep. Okay, you guys have been getting more sleep. You've been being more spontaneous, trying to have more fun. You're tired of walking around with your guard up. You're tired of that. You are ready for stability. You guys are going through a breakthrough. The devil energy is calling your name repeatedly, like, come to the dark side. We have cookies. And you're like, I don't eat cookies anymore. Yeah. The pick-me's that you are dealing with, I definitely feel like they're bosses, but this could be a parent. You guys, tell me where it fits. Willing to do anything for approval. Willing to embarrass. This person continuously embarrasses themselves. Why haven't they stopped? I don't know, but here we are. Okay, I didn't want to read this energy, but I have to because it just kept popping up no matter what I tried to do. So they are willing to throw somebody under the bus to achieve their goal. These people are constantly throwing whoever is in front of them in front of the bus. They're like, oh, you look like you're not doing anything today. Let me throw you under the bus. And they just will do anything to achieve their goal. They don't want to admit that they're not that great at their job. They're just willing to do anything for approval. And I don't think they understand the level of embarrassment that they're causing themselves. Like, I just really don't think they understand that. If they could, like, watch a video, I mean, obviously they're not awakened. They're not awake yet. And if they were, and they could watch themselves in a video, they would be like, but they'd probably still do it again. So just don't even bother. Don't even, just don't. They really want to get attention from you. And this is because some of them actually have a deep level of respect for you, but they're not going to admit that. They're so embarrassed by their behavior that they are not willing to tell you guys, like, actually, I like the way that you lead. I like the way that you do things. Hi, guys. I like the way that you do things. Can you show me how to do that? They're not going to do that. So instead, they're doing and willing to do anything to seek approval, to throw you under the bus, to embarrass themselves. And during this 8-8 portal, I feel like it's important that while you guys are tested, you do not take the bait of what they're doing. Because no matter what, they're going to continuously throw you guys under the bus. They're going to continuously do things to annoy you. And you guys are going to have to relocate from the equation if there is no one there safeguarding you. Okay? I'm going to say that again. If you know that you are at a toxic job or a toxic family and you know they're not going to change, you do not feel protected in this situation, you do not feel safe, you do not feel stable, you only feel crazy, you feel like you're on the insanity ride, the hamster wheel of dog shit, remove yourself. Literally remove yourself. Because during this portal, you are seeing things that you don't want to see. If that is you, and it is really consuming in your life, it is because you are supposed to be literally considering relocating yourself. I will never tell you guys to leave a job, go zero contact with your family, but that is the message that I'm getting for you guys if you want peace. Okay? This could have been something that you just recently had to do. Say you've been dealing with this for a year or two and you're like, I really don't want to leave because I just got here, or it just started getting a little bit better. There's another stepping stone. Because when things start going awry and then we just stay there, we just put up with it, it's showing us that we kind of care about ourselves, but not enough to really, like, leave. And then, do we really have faith? Are we really ready to surrender? So, that is a message for someone that if you guys are dealing with this and this is what's being mirrored back to you, it's because you were getting ready for a breakthrough. You were getting ready for change and you were being pushed towards this change. Okay? But if you are dealing with that person and they don't have a lot of effect on your life, you just kind of see them in the background. Do you know what I mean? And you are protected, you are shielded from their behavior, and you don't really have to converse with them, then you don't have to relocate. They will probably be relocated. So let them spiral. Whoever these people are, let them spiral. You are either protected in the equation, and every time they try to come towards you, there's like bubble wrap around you. There's like a force field, like they're looking at you, but they can't really do anything to you. Then you can go about your day. But if it is consuming you, you have to work side by side with this person. You have to converse with them. You are arguing with them every day and all night. And even when you get home or away from them, that's what you're complaining about. Then you are being called to relocate because this is not giving the best of you. You are not able to serve the best of you because you are being drained and you are constantly in an energy exchange with this person. They are trying to mirror what you're doing, but it's not working. And then when they feel embarrassed, they get even more embarrassed by trying to throw you under the bus. So you guys have a spark that people are very drawn to. People feel connected to you, even your enemies, okay? Even your enemies think that they got rights when it comes to you. And these people have been underestimating you, sleeping on themselves. I don't know, you guys got some frauds around you. And I want you to think about some of the people that you didn't get along with, let's say 6 months ago. Okay, some of the people that you didn't get along with 6 months ago, if you still have to see them in your family or workplace, they're treating you a little bit different. So all the other people that are like in full force right now, just doing the most, let them spiral on their side of the street. They are mad because they see that people are drawn to you. They are upset because you're not sleeping on yourself. In fact, you're getting beauty sleep. You guys are sleeping beauty, and this is them sleeping on themselves. See the difference? Literally. I can't. This is why they're mad. Just so you know. Okay. We got the best of you. Trust your intuition. If you know that you're at the end of the road in a certain place, you're probably at the end of the road in a certain place. You guys have been hidden in plain sight in certain places. So if this is you in the job where you don't feel protected and you have to deal with this person all the time or people, you are being hidden in plain sight. How do I explain this? There's something better for you, and you're being called to that. These people think that you're privileged. They gossip about you a lot. I mean, obviously, these people have nothing better to do. There is so much gossip about you right now. For a lot of you guys that don't have to deal so intimately with them, it doesn't bother you because there's so many of them talking about you. Okay, let me give you guys an example. Where I work, everybody talks about me. Not because I want them to, because they just do. A lot of gossip. I kind of keep to myself. I don't really talk to a lot of people, but I am protected there. And if I wasn't, I wouldn't stay there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't feel like I was protected and they were allowed to go for my jugular every freaking day, if they were allowed to really express the way that they feel to my face, then, do you know what I mean? Then I would definitely be like, but I am protected there, which tells me that I'm supposed to be there. If I did not feel safe there, if I did not feel stable, if I did not feel security there, I wouldn't be there. I will flip jobs like pancakes until I'm in the right position. Even if that's temporary, even if that's a season, I will be on to the freaking next. Because if God is removing me or showing me like it's bad here, how long are you going to stand for this? That is telling me God has something better for me, even if it's temporary, even if it's a stepping stone to get me to the next place. You guys in this portal, in this timeline, are supposed to be working on where you belong. Where you belong. Knowing where you belong, sensing where you belong. So, another example is say you had a toxic work environment, but you're protected there. And you've changed a lot of minds of these people that were talking about you in a very bad way. And now they're genuinely being nice to you, genuinely seeing like, oh, they're not a bad person. I know so and so's talking about them, but I'm going to be nice to them. You are starting to see, okay, I belong here. I have a purpose here. There's something I'm supposed to do here until it's time to go. Okay? And for those of you where that's not the case and they're all over you, you are seeing like, okay, I don't belong here and I need to go where I have a sense of belonging. You guys are becoming the authority in your life and you are honoring your authenticity. You can affirm that below. I am restoring balance. I am restoring order. I am the authority. I am authentic. Okay? You are authentic. This was your guys' first card that came out. Look. Can you believe it? A lion with the infinity, a crown, and the sun behind the lion with the wings. This is how people see you. Okay? I know while I was working today, I looked probably freaking crazy because my hair was like, I don't know what it was doing. I probably looked like a lion. But for real. And this is how people see you. They see you as regal. They see you as someone that is powerful, courageous, someone that has stood the test of time. Okay? Tale as old as time, you will stand the test of time. You guys will always be the last one standing, but you're learning where you should be standing. You are learning how to surrender and you are learning how to let love in. That is not easy for you to do. You are used to being on the defense. You are used to being attacked by people. And you are learning to trust your intuition. You're trusting your discernment when people have changed their minds and it's genuine. You are trusting your intuition when people have changed their hearts and it is genuine. You are trusting your discernment of where you should be, who you should be talking to, who you should be working with. That is what you guys are doing right now. And you're doing this by closing your eyes or, not really being judgy, but just thinking like, do I belong here? Like, do I really fit into this equation? Do I trust this person? Like, you're really sorting all of that out. Who you trust, who you don't. And this is how you guys are bringing out the best of you. You're changing your routines. There is a lot of jogging that you've been doing in a circle. Okay? And now you're done jogging. You're getting ready to pivot. You guys are seeing like, okay, I need to be a little bit different. Maybe I'm not that open to love. Maybe I don't have that much faith. You guys are calling your own self out. Okay? I don't need to sit here and do that. You guys are already doing it. You're like, I used to think this way. That was better for me. I used to have these habits. That was better for me. You now know what works really good for you and what doesn't. You are the one that is here to disrupt the normal programming. So grab your microphone because you got some things to say, okay? You have been hidden in plain sight. There is something that you've been working on that you feel like has been slowly moving along. I feel like you are going to get some really good news this week or in the next 7 to 14 days. Okay, in the next 7 to 14 days, there's some type of good news that you guys are going to be getting as you are trusting your discernment. And it's because also you're getting a lot of offers. But just because you're getting a lot of offers does not mean you have to take all of them. Do you know what I mean? You're going through a wealth transfer, but for some of us, it's slower. It's not something that's happening overnight. And that's good because we really want to be ready and feel deserving and knowing what to do with it. I'm going to get into more of that in a minute, but you guys are really starting to see what it is that you need to do, what it is that you need to be for this wealth transfer. Okay? Um, there is good news coming in for you, but you guys have been getting some good news. Sorry, you guys, my brain is like, I'm trying to think of how to say this. Not everything that comes in for you is something that you need to take. Okay? Oh, I am hearing a street bike. Hello. Okay. So let's say somebody offers you an opportunity or you're getting offered a lot of opportunities. It does not mean that you have to take all the opportunities just because they're good opportunities. Okay. You guys in this next week, if you haven't already, you are going to be getting a lot of offers in love, offers in friendship, offers in business. And you're going to trust your intuition on what feels right. Okay, so some of you guys are going to be opening up a record or opening up your photo album, like, okay, what would look good with what I've got going on now? Just because everyone offered you something doesn't mean you have to take it all. Doesn't mean that everyone needs to be your business partner. It doesn't mean that everyone needs to be your sponsor or everyone needs to be your mentor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get that many offers where you're going to be kind of shocked. People are going to be willing to teach you, mentor you, and you are allowed to pick and choose. You are going to choose wisely. Okay, you have the gift of, you're the high priestess. So you're going to choose wisely who you decide to work with, who you decide to move forward with. And you're setting new terms for your life. So maybe last week you would have taken everybody. Like, oh, everybody wants to work with me. So you would have spread yourself so thin taking all these offers that you're about to get if you haven't gotten them already. And what you're realizing is, I still value some of these people, but I can set a boundary of like, hey, I love that you offered that to me, and maybe I can visit that at a later day, but like right now, maybe not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's okay that you don't want to do that right now, or that you want to think about it. You're going to be taking time to think about things, even if you feel like they're in plain sight. Like, well, I mean, they offered me this, so I gotta take it, right? No, no. Do not spread yourself too thin. Really think about where you belong and what you are inspired by. Because some of these things could be coming in, but is that inspired action for you? You know what I mean? You're learning to let love in, so it's good. You are learning how to receive better because you guys are normally the healing and giving machine. So this is good that you're learning to love, you're letting the love in, you're exploring, okay? God has you guys in this exploration mode, but it doesn't mean you have to sort out all the answers, have everything resolved, have everything set in stone and on the move. You can take your time, especially since you're feeling guided to take your time. No one's going to take these keys from you. Okay? No one. I got this. What is for you will not pass you. Okay? This flipped up out of the charms. What is for you will not pass you. So you can hold on to the keys. No one's going to rip them up out of your hands. Everything is going to be okay. You can trust, you can dream, you can love, you can hope. And I'm getting a lot of energy about wheels. Okay, somebody here is considering buying their dream car, manifesting their dream car, or maybe several or a couple. Someone here is tapping into freedom, letting this love in. Okay, maybe love was in front of you the whole time. Okay, I'm getting messages that you have had certain things hidden in plain sight, but you weren't open to it yet. Like, the love of your life could have been right in front of you, and you were like, that's just Veronica. And Veronica's Veronica. That's my bestie. But that's like your soulmate. You know what I mean? You were open to the possibilities of what could be for you. So if everyone over here is spiraling, let them. They're definitely going to be trying to get your attention right now. Okay, I was watching Queen Cup's live stream. I didn't get to watch all of it, but I got to watch some of it before I started putting everything together for you guys. And the people that were in there just like doing the most. Like, I know Lord Key was in there, and I don't know who else because I didn't really look at the chat, but I heard her shout out Lord Key. And there were just people in there just being rude. And I'm like, those are the pick-me's, embarrassing themselves, not adding anything to the equation because they are doing a lot of projecting, not realizing that you can transmute all of that energy, negative or not, but not all of us are there yet. Okay? Some of us are there, not all of us are there. You guys could have loved ones, or it could be you yourself that when they come in with the BS, you're like swords blazing. But you guys will know where you fit. Okay, so we have beauty sleep, the best of you. You guys are figuring out how to transmute energy. You are figuring out how to trust, how to let love in. You are seeing what's been hidden in plain sight, but like right in front of your eyes. You guys have a heart activation. You are tapping into bliss. This is something that I don't feel like you guys allow enough of. Okay, maybe the way that you were raised, you felt bad if you had too much bliss, too much of a good thing. Like, if you felt geeked up about it, you're like, oh, I mean, that's bad, right? You're learning how to have fun. You are learning how to be vulnerable. You are learning how to let love in. There is a station or a program that you've been stuck on that has been bringing you limited resources. It's limiting beliefs. It is scarcity. So that is the other part of your message. For those of you that understand the flow of money, are learning that you have more limiting beliefs there. I know. So that's why this powerful wealth transfer is taking a little bit. It's coming, and you know that it's coming, but you're like, oh, it's going to be a minute, huh? Because I still got some stuff to work through. And what you're realizing is you can't have your cake and eat it too with scarcity and the flow of money. I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can with Mercury in the freaking microwave. But here we go. What you're realizing is when you are trying to bring money, prosperity, because let's be clear, my belief is money brings you liberation and freedom, okay? I believe the more money you have, I don't believe it buys happiness, but I believe it can make it comfortable, okay? It can make you comfortable where if you don't want to go to that stupid 9 to 5, you don't got to go to that stupid 9 to 5. If you don't want to work that corporate job, if you want to go have a farm and just be in the grass all day, you can do that. But unfortunately, money makes the world go round. There's a lot going on in this world right now. It's a lot, and it could have hit you like a ton of bricks. I'm going to be very blunt. I'm not trying to trigger anyone, and I'm going to turn the car around into some positivity. So just bear with me for a second. You're realizing that as you look through your timeline of this last year, that you were doing amazing in certain ways. But it's because you were doing certain things, because you felt so free. And as you felt so free, you were like, I can give. You were so open to giving because you had a good amount of something, resources, money, finances, or just things in savings, whatever it was for you. Then wherever you live in the world, it started to hit you in more ways than one. Devil energy started creeping in and bringing key players that were going to siphon your resources and siphon what you got going on. On top of that, there's a lot going on in your own economy. Then on top of that, things could have slowed down at your job or at your work or with you being an entrepreneur or a business owner. And then on top of that, you had some unexpected things pop up. It just started draining you, depleting you, depleting you, depleting you. And you're like, well, now I don't feel like this giving machine because now I got to hold on to what I have. And the reason why you had so much before or you felt so abundant is because you were giving and you weren't so worried about it. Do you know what I mean? Um, there is, hold on, guys. There is this way of you doing things where when you feel like you have a lot of resources and you feel like you have plenty, you're like, yeah, I mean, I don't care if there's a couple missing or if there's a little bit missing. It doesn't even phase you. It doesn't even bother you. But when things are hitting you all at once and they're big, it's like God and the universe is showing you, like, hey, we still have some work to do for when it's not where you would like it to be. When it's not here and it's just in the middle and you're just, it's kind of okay. You are working on feeling abundant when it's low, when the resources are low, when they're getting pulled in different directions. You are working on still having this abundant mindset then. Because what I got specifically for you overnight is you guys could be having nightmares because you're worried about your finances. You guys could be having nightmares because you're worried about a car, a roof over your head, or it's a roof over your head, a job, finances, a landlord situation, or money. Okay? Whatever that is, it's rolling over into your dream state. And so you're having these vivid, terrifying dreams, and it's to show you, hey, you are subconsciously worried about certain things still. So what I recommend for you guys, okay, some cheat codes, is knowing that every time I do a message for you guys, I see the 10 of Pentacles or I see the 9 of Pentacles. I see, I've been getting the 9 of Swords a lot for you guys because you guys have been, look, I have the 9 of Swords, the Devil, the 4 of Cups. So some of you guys, there's a street bike. So confirmation, you guys could be numbing certain things. And these dreams are telling you, like, hey, stop numbing that. Stop trying to run away from that in your own little way and then calling it something else. Stop being so hung up on the idea of where it's going, certain resources, money. Say you have a roommate and your roommate is like being real frugal, being really stingy, but you normally give a lot to them, so you stop giving to them. And then you start calling them out for being a stingy little whatever, a little chooch, a little chotch, whatever. You're like, listen, Linda, you're being real stingy lately, and I'm not trying to pay my half of the bills and your half of the bills. So if you could just, get your life together. And Linda's like, well, you used to help me a lot, and that's like why I was able to do certain things because you were always helping me. And you're like, well, listen, Linda, I can't do that anymore because I got to pay Peter, Paul, Rob, this person, that person, this person. So you're like, but you feel valid in that. But what you're going to be realizing is it also has to do with what you're receiving and the flow of money. Thank you, Darcy, for your donation. Hi, Savage Queen. Hi, Virginia. Hi, guys. You guys are starting to realize that these dreams, or maybe you don't even know this yet, these dreams that you're having, it's because you don't really believe that you deserve this, or you feel like, why do I always have to give to everybody? Why do I always have to do that? But it's why you were unlocking so much abundance before, is because you weren't attached. First of all, you were detached because you thought, I don't even got to count it. I don't even got to look. I don't even got to look at this price tag. And that's the flow you need to get back into if this message is for you, which the street bike says it is. Okay. So this is you being on Linda's ass. Like, listen, Linda, you didn't pay the electricity. I'm not carrying you this month. You didn't pay the water bill. I'm not carrying you this month. So you owe me for this, you owe me. And then you're like doing your own little spiraling, but you're like, no, I'm abundant, I'm this, but it's contradicting the energies. And I feel like everyone's going through that right now. We learned so much of the law of attraction and feeling abundant that law of attraction didn't really set us up for this economy. You feel me? So wherever you guys are in the world, I want you to think about this, okay? Please listen to what I'm saying. Tell yourself that you will know just what to do with any money that you are given, any finances that you are given. And the more you help, I know it's not easy to do, and I'm not saying that everyone can do that right now, but the more that you are in this giving nature from your heart space, and you are just knowing that you're going to help people that you care about. When you were in this space of helping people that you care about, that's one of the reasons why you had so much. And you didn't have to check the price tags. You didn't have to you weren't scared to look at your bank account. And now you're terrified of these things because you are not in this giving nature. And I know that I got that download and I was like, whoa, how am I even going to articulate that? I'm going to try. I don't want to offend anybody. I feel like we're all there. We're all there. Why would we give so much when it's hard right now? Genuinely, we're taking care of our kids. We're taking care of our parents. We're taking care of our loved ones. We've got bills on bills on bills on bills. How are we supposed to just be a giving machine too? Like we were maybe earlier this year. But I'm telling you, if you circle back around to that, you're going to see a big shift. And it's almost like we created some really bad habits in the last couple of months because maybe you did your taxes, okay? Maybe you thought you were in the green. You did your taxes, you talked to your CPA, and you wanted to choke them out. You're like, I owe what to who? And then you started, in your mind, spiraling. Thank you, Kristen, for your donation. Thank you so much. You started spiraling. And then if you look back in your memory, ever since that day, you've been going down because you're like, I need to go collect my money that's owed from this person, that person, this person. And it's just putting you in a different energy, and you know that low key, but we don't really like to talk about that. We don't really like to talk about that. It's okay. It's okay. There are more of us in this boat than you realize. So I want you to understand this. You are not alone. You are not alone. Okay? It's just something that we don't really talk about. We're in this low-key, stingy energy of, if I can just get all the money that's owed for me, then I'll have a little bit. No, it's not really even going to be enough. So we need to stop nickeling and diming ourselves. You know what I mean? And that's low-key what we're doing. We're thinking, oh yeah, if I get that money back from Linda, I'm going to be okay. But it's like $20 that Linda owes us. So like, what's it really going to do? Do you know what I mean? Think about when you were in this giving energy, you weren't checking price tags. You weren't worried about your taxes. You weren't worried about certain bills. You didn't have a care in the world. That's what you have to get back to for this powerful wealth transfer. It is making you get to the nitty gritty of your limiting beliefs that came from generations ago. Because if you really look at it, I bet your mom does that, or your dad does that, or whoever raised you does that. They're like, oh, I've got all these things and I buy all these things, but when they're owed, oh my gosh, they're like, where are you? I've been asking for this money for 2 days. And it puts us in this low vibrational, like we don't have it. And we got to pretend like we have it. I know. Okay. I literally know, but you have the jackpot. You have the jackpot. You have the stability. It is coming in for you. It's waiting for you. But you know what we're busy doing? Trying to get that $20 from Linda. We're still trying to get that $20 from Linda. And it's just, we weren't in that vibration before. Really think about that. We were like, yeah, Linda owes me, 6 months ago, we're like, yeah, Linda owes me $20. Whatever. I love Linda. Linda doesn't got it. I got it. It's fine. Or you forgot, bestie, you forgot that you borrowed Linda 20 bucks. Okay? You just didn't even care. You were doing for everybody. And maybe you were thinking, well, I need to stop giving so much because maybe God's not giving me anything because all I do is give to the wrong people. But even if we were giving to the wrong people, you were still in the flow of money. That was a very hard lesson for me to learn. Okay? I made a bad business choice earlier this year. And it bit me hard. And I thought, this is why God says, no, you can only have a little bit because you're just going to give it to the wrong person. And you know what I realized? When I was giving to that person and investing in them, I was still in the energy of, I was still in the flow. Anything but, like feeling bad, like, oh, I shouldn't have given it to them. I shouldn't have invested in them. Oh, what a waste. Like me beating myself up every day, talking about it, getting mad, venting about it, reliving it. You guys are learning that you cannot relive it. Okay, I know that part sucks too because we want to feel like I got to tell somebody I got effed over, that I'm getting the short end of the stick. Okay, and you are learning that there are one or two limiting beliefs from your family bloodline that you have to get rid of. It could have come from your grandparents and you've seen, your mother act this way, like mine for instance, will, oh my gosh, I got you this gift. Here you go. But if they're low and without, every gift they ever bought, they're give me that, give me that, give me that. Like, shouldn't have given that to you. It's like, what? So we can't think that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, we literally can't. Hearing another motorcycle. That one's a Harley. Yes. Confirmation. So it's us looking at the last little bits of this, the limiting programming that we don't need anymore. Where do we really go in our mindset when push comes to shove? Okay? When it's hitting the fan, are we hoarding? No, Linda, I don't got no crumbs for you. Sorry, Linda. Or are we like, of course, Linda, like I got you. I'm of course I'm gonna share with you. Like not counting how many crumbs you're giving Linda, not being like, why would I help you? Just really, really, really figuring out what you're going to do. Okay, and doing that from your heart. So you're going through this heart activation and you are learning where you belong. Okay, so like for me, I always worked my butt off since a very early age, but I knew from a very early age I didn't belong around my family. And nothing makes me feel better when I'm not around them. Okay, when I'm not around them, I feel like I could belong anywhere. Okay, I could be in a cardboard box and be totally happy because I'm free. Free of being judged, free of dealing with their attacks and their bullying and their, what are you doing? What are those? Like, I don't need it. I don't need it. So you guys are going to go where you feel called. You're going where you belong. And this is the final, like, push for places you do not belong. Okay? You will have more prosperity every time I leave, especially family. Like, I went through a big level up once I left my family. And I thought I would never do that. Like, it's family, 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 family first. It's family. No. F that. And F them. Because I wasn't happy. I could barely stand to be around them. Now, I loved some of my family members and liked being around them, but it just didn't balance out. You guys have the spirit of the hummingbird. And where can you hum, sing, be free, be giddy, be happy, and not like overanalyze or overjudge yourself? Okay? Darcy says, I'm a lesbian, so my family is done with me. If they're done with you, they don't deserve you. Okay? You know how many times I heard that? I'm throwing her stuff on the lawn. Fuck you. I don't care. Okay? I'll help you. I will help you put this stuff on the lawn. I will help you. Okay? They If people are so willing to push you out, and I got news for you, okay? A lot of parents know their kids are going to be however at a very early age. They've got an idea. So they're not like in the dark, most of the time, because I have a lot of this going on in my family, okay? They're not in the dark and they're like over religious and, oh, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked that this is what you're doing with your life. Like, you're not, okay? Because I was the family member that supported it and they were against it, literally. And so we would fight. Like, no, you guys have known since he was 4. He's different. No, no, no. Denial, denial, denial. People are not wanting to admit that they're in denial. So if they're looking for the first big reason to push you out the door, let them. Means better things are coming. A better chosen family is coming. I've adopted so many families, so many parents that I'd be their little orphan and happy to be one because they accepted me and they loved me. They didn't think I was a bum. They didn't think I was an addict. They didn't think I was a loser or whatever. They saw me for me. So you are being called to see people that see you for you. Not saying that it's not any less painful, but it's very painful when you don't feel accepted by your family. I'm still healing from that, and it takes time. But the more you let love in, which is what this message is about, the more you're letting love in from the people that do want to love you, the more you're going to see there's nothing wrong with you. You should be accepted, and it's them and their loss. Like, literally, my family, that's their loss. I've got to do all the work with their generational curses all on my own. Are they here helping me out with these generational curses? No, they are not. So they can fly a kite off a cliff. They don't like me. Well, they need to do some work on themselves. And then they can tell me where to go and how to get there. You feel me? And yeah. All right, guys. So we have claimed your energy. You are going to start realizing where your energy is being siphoned, where it is not being reciprocated. And you're going to see 2 things. People either know that they're siphoning your energy, okay? They're going to know that they're doing this, or they're blatant to it, okay? You guys are light workers. Boundaries are very important. Very important. Being an empath, being highly intuitive, being highly sensitive. It is important that you have boundaries. Tarot readers, Reiki healers. It is, if you're online coaching, being a therapist, it is important that you claim your energy and you don't let everybody and their little dog come zap you for yours. Okay? I literally saw this happening in Queen Cup's live stream. I'm like, oh my gosh, the draining that they're trying to do right now is utterly ridiculous. Okay? When people don't have certain things going on in their life, they're coming for yours. They're coming to take you of your light. And that takes me right back to the pick me. Okay? Willing to do anything for approval. Just because a bunch of people want to be your clients, okay, doesn't mean you have to take all of them, especially if they're going to zap your energy. Why do you think I stopped doing personal readings? I can't. There'd have to be something crazy going on for me to go back to that. I'm not doing it, okay? And that's my boundary. Some of you guys put your phone on do not disturb. And people are like, oh my gosh, I was trying to get a hold of you. Da-da-da-da. No, boundaries up. All the way up. And they're stuck. Because you're trying to achieve certain goals. And these people, if they're given the platform, they will stop you from achieving said goal. So you are working on claiming your energy. Not other people's energy, yours. Okay? Thank you guys for your donations. You are prioritizing reflecting, okay? I'm going to prioritize myself and looking at what I need to fix. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You guys are making certain mistakes. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have talked to them like that. Or, oh, maybe I should have said that a little bit nicer. Or maybe I should have listened more or had a little bit more patience. Taking a step back, taking a breath, reflecting, and going back and doing the work that is needed. Hey, I'm sorry that I snapped at you. I'm sorry that I spoke to you like that. I'm sorry that I didn't listen. Will you tell me again? You guys are prioritizing the reflecting that you are doing to let love in. Okay? To let this love in. You guys are realizing where you're blocking it. And you're realizing where you don't have boundaries up. And you're also realizing where the nitty gritty of limiting beliefs is. Okay? There are some sacrifices that you're going to have to make. And that is what you're realizing. Sacrifices by not needing to control all the time, not needing to be right all the time, not complaining or feeling valid and no, well, Linda borrowed a bunch of money from me and now I got to ride her ass every day to make sure that I get it. Your nightmares and downloads are telling you that it's time to reflect. There is a missing piece. This hawk is bringing you the missing piece and telling you what the sacrifices are that are necessary. Hey, you're not really one for fun, or you don't like sitting in the vibration of fun for too long, or you don't like pleasure too much, or it makes you feel bad about yourself. You're doing the reflecting to see, okay, I need to let go of my control issues. I don't need to even ask Linda. Linda will give it to me when she does. If she doesn't, whatever. If she does, great. And your divine purpose, this divine intervention is showing you specifically what those sacrifices are, because you are going through a heart activation. And in this heart activation, you are seeing where devil energy and the shadow are playing, where your ego is playing, and where you are allowed to dream bigger for yourself. Okay? You guys are getting a lot of downloads, a lot of dreams, signs, synchronicities on another motorcycle, showing you where you put your energy is important. Okay? You claiming your energy is important. Not explaining why you have to do something a certain way, not explaining why your phone's on silent or why your phone's on do not disturb, not explaining why you have what you have going on, but at the same time, not overdoing your work or your purpose to the point of exhaustion or burnout or resistance. You are trying to get on a path of least resistance, and that is where you are going to drop your anchor, because you are seeing where a certain station or certain programming does not work for you anymore. Noreen, thank you for your donation. And Carrie, thank you for your donation, and thank you for being a member. Let me turn this off. Yeah, you guys are used to having to like mother yourself. So even if the love's coming in, you're used to having to parent yourself. And you're starting to realize, oh, well, I kind of pushed them away and just thought, let me just do my own thing. You're realizing that you have to let your guard down bit by bit, a little bit more. Even though a lot of you guys have been doing a really good job of that, you are starting to see certain things that are being mirrored back to you that you're like, I don't really want that. So remember how many minds that you've changed about your growth. Okay, your growth has shown so many people that, wow, they're not who I thought they were. Not that we care, you know what I mean? But these other people that are trying to label you as something, tell you you're whatever, they're going through their own moment of BS. Let them keep that on their side of the street. You guys are getting ready for full bloom. Oh my gosh, there's a puzzle piece over here. Okay? You are ready to rock the crown that you deserve. Let the rats scramble. Okay? There are people trying to snitch on you, trying to watch you. Like, you don't care. You're moving out of this energy of drinking too much, partying too much, numbing too much. You're calling yourself out. Not that your life has to be perfect, okay? You don't have to be this perfect, like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything, but you're just seeing in this reflection, I could do without that. or I could scale back on that, or I don't need it. You're ready for this powerful wealth transfer. You are getting ready for this powerful wealth transfer. You guys are learning how to re-energize yourself because you're dreaming bigger. You're not doing too much. You're like, yeah, if I meet resistance with anything that I do today, I'm going to back up, reflect, and let it go. You are learning how to detach. You were letting go of anxious attachment style. Like, where is it at? Why is it not here? I don't understand. You're also learning how to communicate in a different way when it comes to love. That might make you uncomfortable. Okay, it might not be your love language to tell somebody a bunch of mushy gushy things, or it might not be your love language to be really affectionate. You guys are working on these things because you are like, I want to be open to love. I want to be open to abundance. I want to be open to resources. So I need to reflect and work on that. And where have I been in denial? Where have I been deceiving myself? Okay. Let's see what else we get for you guys. So again, you're working on balance and letting love in. You guys are going to know where that spark is. You're going to know where that divine connection is if you have it in friendship or in love. And you are going to start working on that. Like, oh, this person cares about me. Why do I keep pushing them away? I'm getting a lot about sabotage. Okay. There's a lot here about somebody feeling like an imposter, sabotaging. The initials that I got for you is R, A, and J. Hi, prototype. Yes, I am open to love. I am open to love. I am open to abundance. I am open to receiving. Okay, you are starting to see that you are loved. There's so many people that change their minds about you. So affirm it below. I am loved. I am loved. I am open to love. Yeah, I'm getting a lot about sabotage and not even realizing that you were doing that. Yep, look, unconscious games. You're like, I didn't even realize I was doing that. And that's okay, because guess what, bestie? You're acknowledging it now. You're like, ooh, didn't realize I was doing that. I need to stop that. And I'm going to work on it now. Be proud of yourself for acknowledging it now. Okay, so unconscious game. Where's this? I want to read what this is. What number is that? Oh my gosh, you guys could be seeing 1111 or 555. I got 555 before the live stream. You're learning, I feel like you guys are learning that it's time to take a couple steps back from, like, you were running towards this target. You're like, I got my eye on it. I'm not going to lose sight. And then you're like, you got lost along the way, but it's like you see the target, but it's kind of blurry now. So you're just trying to figure out like where your part is, what you're doing, where you're going. Okay. Don't be afraid of what you could uncover when you illuminate the dark areas of your life. Wow. I'm going to say that again. Don't be afraid of what you can uncover when you illuminate the dark areas of your life. Shedding light on them is the only way to find out what's going on and what dynamics you might be unaware of. After all, playing a game is only fun if it's fair. So why continue to participate unless the rules apply to everyone? So you guys are learning how to speak up. You are learning where you feel taken for granted. You are learning what areas of life do not serve you. You are learning what relationships in life don't serve you. Let's say you guys are a tarot reader and you're like, yeah, I feel like personal readings don't serve me anymore because maybe you're seeing everyone wants to know about love, but not everyone is even open to love. And so it's kind of like this ridiculous game where you're like, I don't really need to explain it. So that could be where you guys are seeing like, okay, that doesn't serve me anymore. Or this limiting belief over here with money and not wanting to share what I have with Linda. Like part of the prosperity and understanding that flow is knowing that you will take care of those that you love. Okay? And maybe that's why, maybe you were even supposed to bail out some of your enemies and didn't even know it. okay? And you're like sitting over here trying to forgive yourself, like, I should have never given the money to Linda. I gave her so much money over the years. What the F was wrong with me? That it was like part of your path. Whatever is for you, bestie, it will not miss you, even if you take the long way, okay? What parts of your life aren't serving you? What have you been carrying around with you all of this time in urgent need of being released? Give those questions some thought and write your answers down. Sometimes we fail to notice how readily we have been playing along in unconscious games, whether it is allowing or whether it's unintentionally allowing toxic relationships to affect us, confirmation, or giving negative thoughts too much power. Okay? So when we're chasing somebody for some money, or we are mad at the pick me for throwing us under the bus for the 50th time, where are we allowing toxic relationships to affect us? Where are we allowing negative thoughts too much power? Remember, I tell you guys all the time, we do not empower the ops over here, but we are aware of them. And so you guys are learning how to transmute the pain that has just been caused recently in your life, especially if you think it's been caused by you. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. We are figuring things out every day. Okay, so we have shine a light on these shadow games. Okay, shine a light on these shadow games to see what needs to be eliminated. This is a message to bring you courage and grace to free yourself from any unconscious games you might have become a part of. Bestie, you're like, oh yeah, I've been kind of doing that. So you're taking note of it. Good for you. It's better to not even know what's going on. Oh, thank you, Danielle. I hope I said your name right. Danielle? Danielle. Okay, so this is a huge, huge, huge confirmation. Like, where were we part of this game? Okay, there's the controller. Where were we just like gobbling it up? Buckets of denial, confusion, and just telling everybody we knew, this is what happened to me. Can you believe? This is like telling everybody about that toxic boss. This is like telling everybody about all the money that you've ever lent Linda. This is like, you know what I mean? You're realizing that even that complaining, it's giving it a lot of attention. And you are starting to realize where you've kind of focused some attention where it doesn't need to go. Whether it's on fear or you're realizing these things aren't going to come to pass, a lot of these things. So you don't really need to be stressing yourself out like the way that you are. I tell you guys, well, I used to tell you guys that when you, what was I going to say? I forgot. No, let me remember. Something about what you focus on. I forgot, but it will come back to me. But yeah, whatever you're focusing on, it's just not what you need to focus on. So you're learning to take a step back from that. Yeah. 10-90 ratio. Oh, I'm scared to know what this means. Okay, there is a 10-90 ratio. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, as I read what it is. Wait, what's the number on the card? 43. Someone here could be 43. But I'm getting 1111 really strong. Someone here could also be 51. Okay. I'm terrified to know what this card means. I'm like, what is 90-10? Okay. Life really is 10% of what happens and 90% of how you react. We are getting so called out in this message, I literally can't. Okay. Just think about it. The last time you got extremely upset, how did those emotions help you handle or deal with the situation? That's what I was going to say. Okay. So I haven't said this in a while, but when we repeat things, it can bring unnecessary trauma up to the surface all over again. That's why I try not to like repeat the same trauma over and over again when I'm talking to you guys, because it will put your body through unnecessary stress. Sometimes trauma, sometimes stress. And it matters what our brain tells the body we're doing. Okay? We need to tell the body everything's fine. We are safe. We are excited. Things are good. Not that we are repeating a memory. So when we repeat the same memories, I just, yeah, put all that together. If you are constantly telling everybody, I lent Linda a whole lot of money and she effed me over. Linda moved out in the middle of the night like a thief. Okay? And we used to be thick as thieves. So this is like you repeating that story to everyone, and your body is going through that unnecessary trauma over and over and over and over again. You guys are realizing like, oh, I need to tone that down a little bit. But it's, you just feel so valid in the moment because it's what happened. People are like, what happened with you and Linda? And you're like, oh, order in the cosmic court. I'll tell you what happened with me and Linda. And then it's the next person and the next person and the next person. So you guys are just realizing that life really is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react. Just think about it. The last time you got extremely upset, how did those emotions help you handle or deal with the situation? My mind is blown right now. Okay. Probably not at all. In fact, allowing yourself to become upset about the situation or engaging and feeling angry or stressed about it only harms us, only harms you. So, yeah, there were a series of events that happened in the last 6 months with you, bestie, and it slowed down your powerful wealth transfer. I keep telling you guys, you're one pentacle away, one pentacle away. And guess what? Guess what came out? The 10 of Pentacles, and the lock was right next to it, and the heart. Okay? And the Ace of Swords. So there's this lock on your heart. And the breakthrough is how you communicate to yourself. And that one pentacle away, you're unlocking the 10 of Pentacles. Affirm it below. I am unlocking my heart. I am unlocking the 10 of Pentacles. I am going to speak to myself differently. I am going to speak to myself kindly. Okay? So just because you went through that 10% does not mean that like it didn't happen, but do we really need to repeat it to everybody? I mean, sometimes we just get in a mood. Maybe 90% of the time, bestie, you're real good at not telling nobody what happened to you, okay? You don't tell nobody. But then some big things happen and you're like, I'm mad. I want to tell people. I want to warn them. And we'll try to justify it because we're like, I'm warning people. God, I'm just warning them. This person's a piece of shit. Don't be their roommate. Don't be their roommate. You know what I mean? So we are calling ourselves out. And part of this breakthrough is seeing where we let life happen to us and then we spiraled. And then we didn't call it a spiral. Okay, we were like, no, I'm just warning people that they're just not good. They're bad news. Okay. So we have, in fact, allowing yourself to become upset about a situation or engaging in angry. You know what I mean. It only harms us. It doesn't, my stomach's growling. It doesn't change anything about what has transpired, nor do negative emotions help us move forward. This card is calling out so much. Rude. Okay. Then we have, let's see. So we are trying to figure out how to dictate our own lives without it being a whole recipe for disaster. Okay. What is in your recipe, bestie? Is it, yeah, this happened to me. Let me warn a couple people. Let me move on. Sometimes it's not that easy. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Sometimes it's not that easy. For instance, say Linda did move out like a thief in the night, and then now you don't have rent. or you have to file bankruptcy, or you have to move back in with your mom and dad because you had to break your lease. Do you know what I mean? You're still dealing with the repercussions. So I feel like it's that freaking heavy. I'm gonna stand on that. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, it's not that easy to be like, oh my gosh, like that didn't happen to me. Because you're still on damage control. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're still on damage control. You are still repairing and fixing. And so what you're learning to do right now is to repair, fix, but forgive yourself. To give yourself grace and know that while you're repairing and while you're fixing it, it is making room for better opportunities. That is part of your breakthrough. You're opening your heart to, you know what? I loved Linda and I trusted her and she burnt me, but I'm going to come back better than ever. And this is going to be a part of my testimony. And maybe you'll want to share it with people, but maybe not so in the moment. Because think about it, when things that are really, really, really traumatic that are happening to us, sometimes we're like, I'm not telling anybody that I was just homeless. I'm not telling anybody that I just went through this traumatic divorce. Sometimes we are so traumatized, we're not going to tell anybody until we're further healed. Because we really do not want to spiral. So it just depends on what level you guys are dealing with, but give yourself some grace because you're on damage control right now. There are things that you are rectifying, but you're also learning that as you're rectifying it, if you let go a little bit and you're not so mad at Linda, like, yeah, Linda sucks, whatever, but I'm gonna be okay. Because every time something bad happens to me, every time I get an upheaval, good things are coming, okay? Times 10, times 50, times 100. So let's see. Some would even say that circumstantial challenges don't have to affect you at all as long as you don't let them. You're learning how to take your personal power back. Because remember, we're on the spiritual training ground, and these terrible lessons, they make you bad AF. Okay? They really do. You guys are going to heal yourself you're going to heal yourself by reacting from a place of empathy and love. The next time you feel like responding to something with a burst of difficult emotions, because this is difficult. You got all types of negativity, pick-me's, terrible bosses, negative family members, people wanting to cast you out, label you, make you feel some type of way, telling you that you're not enough. You are learning how to breathe life into yourself. You do have the wisdom. You do have the testimony. You do have the knowledge, the luck, the tenacity. I don't know if I use that word right, but it sounds real good right there in all those words, all the other ones. Okay? You guys are learning how to come from a place of empathy and love instead of how you feel when you want to respond with a burst of difficult emotions. Take a few deep breaths. I was literally just telling you guys that. I was like, we're going to reflect. We're going to pivot. Take a deep breath. We're going to reflect. We're going to pray. We're going to do whatever we have to do so we can go back and apologize, or whether it's apologizing to ourselves or apologizing to Linda. Like, you know what? You didn't have the money. I'm not going to keep harping on you. We're just going to go our separate ways. I wish you the best, but like, don't call me. Don't at me, bruh. Okay? So we are learning how to pivot away from our own BS. We are learning how to take a moment of silence for our bad behavior or our difficult behavior when we're in denial or when we're sabotaging. I literally did this today. I got home and I was grumpy. Okay, I was grumpy with my family, like I'm busy. Leave me alone. And I couldn't stay in this vibration of fun because I had so many things to do. So I thought, okay, just chill. You're being met with resistance right now. But then I like clocked myself, like, nope, you had 10 minutes of fun. Okay, get your stuff together and start handling business. And I like got snappy And I literally had to walk into the kitchen, pause, take a deep breath, pray, and then I went and apologized. Like, I'm sorry I'm snappy. Just like, I'm sorry. And so I feel like you guys are responding differently because you're seeing that there's got to be a different way. You know there has to be a different way. And you're ready to see what it is. Okay? You guys are ready to see what it is. I'm just getting a lot of people are frustrated or grumpy because like there's this 555 energy. Even though it's supposed to be the 88 portal, you're feeling this 555. And if you're feeling that, it's because you know that you still have some work to do, but you're not going to be overwhelmed with it. I really hope and pray that you're not going to be overwhelmed with it, that you are not consumed by fear, that you are not paralyzed by fear, that you are ready to have more fun and to let love in. Remember how many people thought that you would maybe always stay one way. Oh, they're always going to be like this, or they're always going to be like that. And now they see that you're not that way. Now, of course, that's up to them if they see and feel that. And of course, we don't really give a about their perception. But at the same time, give yourself some grace. You are always changing. You are always changing. You are always opening your eyes to something new. And I feel like, bestie, you don't like staying in a negative vibration for too long. And again, I keep getting this download over and over again. You guys are either the type of person that because you feel things so intuitively and so deeply, you have to do a lot of deep cleaning all the time. Or you have to do a lot of self-care all the time because of what you guys are going through energetically. I feel like it helps you guys a lot, whether it helps you mentally, helps you physically. I feel like that really helps you guys, okay? Whoa. Murky waters. Murky waters. I feel like your perception, I feel like you're smart enough to know that when you're thinking negatively. Like I knew earlier, girl, why are you being so grumpy? What? Like why? You have so much to look forward to. You got some good sleep. You had a good day. It was a little chaotic, but like nothing really bad has happened. Why are you why are you just mucking it up for everybody else? And so I went from thinking, well, I don't want to have an energy exchange to, you know what, I am going to go live because I want to connect with you guys. I can feel that you guys are going through this energy as well. You're like, I don't want to make the waters murky, or if they are, it's not going to be from me. I'm over here working on myself. And you are realizing that every step counts. Okay? Every step counts. How you react counts. Every time you take a step back and you pivot and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have complained like that. I shouldn't have snapped at them. Okay? You are learning that you're going to make every step count. Even if it's a baby step. Okay? Even if it's a baby step. Some of you guys are going to be connecting with nature more. I got this really big earlier today before I even left for work, that you guys are really needing to connect with the sun or connect with the earth. Okay? And I don't normally get that for you guys, but I got a message that you are needing to simplify your life in some ways. And I mean really simplify it, because there's so much going on in the world that you are needing to connect with nature, connect with things that are more simple. Watching the sunset, watching the sun rise, being near a tree, going for a walk. You guys are a healer. Ooh, okay, so something that could really help you guys is going near trees, being near trees. Maybe my besties need to read under a tree. You are needing to give this energy to a tree that has roots, okay? I feel like that is going to be another way to energetically like cleanse. I mean, look at this tree, this angel oak. Okay, and what it reminded me of was, I know a couple months back, I told you guys about a movie, Redeeming Love. Okay. If you guys know what I'm talking about, or if you've seen the movie, drop your angel wings down below. Okay. When I left for work, this movie was on, Redeeming Love, and her name is Angel in the movie. And Angel had never seen um, a sunrise, had never seen that. And so the guy that's in love with her is like, let's go out. And she's like, where are you taking me? I don't want to go out here. Like, he's like, what are you scared of? And she's like, I'm not scared of anything. So he's like, okay, then let's go. Because he took her out in the middle of the night. And she's like, what are we doing? And so he's like, just wait for it. Just wait for it. And then she sees the sun come over the mountain. And he's like, that is what I want to offer you. That is the life I want to give you. One of happiness and, simplicity. And she's like, dumbfounded. God is saying, okay, when I got this card, I knew. Okay, I absolutely knew. I love that movie and I recommended it for you guys because it has a lot to do with how I was raised, and I feel like why you guys connect with me, because a lot of you guys could have grown up the same way. It's a movie about how her mom gets like kicked out on her ass and has to become basically a prostitute to take care of her. This is like in the 1920s or maybe like the late 1800s. I don't know. It's back then. Okay. And so basically her mom passes away, and that's when she stops believing in God. Okay. She literally stops believing in God because she's like, my mom prayed all the time. Now she's gone. So forget it. She's like, she says in the movie, God just grinds you into dust. God doesn't, actually like love us, care about us. So, this guy falls in love with her, even though she herself becomes, what I just said. So she becomes that, and she's just thinking like, this is all my life is supposed to be. I'm not supposed to have anything better than that. Growing up, my life had a lot of fork in the roads. Like I was always at a crossroads. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? If I live over here, I could be this. Or if I live over here, my life could turn into that. You guys are just seeing, where do you want your roots to be? Where do you want your life to be more simple? Where do you want to really take in the sunlight and really enjoy life? Like, truly. I love that for you guys. And her name is Angel. There's Angel Oak. Healer, Roots, Wisdom. So it's a powerful movie about romance, forgiveness, prayer, belief systems, mostly forgiveness. But it's a beautiful love story. So I think I'll probably share that with you guys in the community tab again, because I think it's been 6 months since I have shared that with you guys. Thank you, love, for your donation. So yeah, you're going to be connecting with nature. This girl thought, I'm never going to fish. I'm never going to be outside chopping wood. And then she found all of that to be very therapeutic. You guys are realizing what you find therapeutic, whether it's doing the dishes, dusting the baseboards, going outside for a walk, being near a tree, reading underneath a tree. And every step counts, okay? Every step. I'm seeing somebody here really wants a pet. I keep getting that message. I say do it. I say do it. That card's not supposed to be in there either. You guys are becoming the main character after a lot of toil and labor. Okay, toil and labor, bottom of the deck. You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to be this anymore. Because you're going to start shifting how you look at things and how you perceive things. You're like, no, I am the main character. Everybody coming in with the doom and the gloom, like, I don't care. I don't care. Okay, everyone's always trying to make you feel concerned or make you feel pressed. And you're like, enough. Okay, literally enough. Okay, so what else I got for you guys is, as you are going through this transformation, you are becoming wild. You are becoming more magical. And you are also seeing where you are defensive, where you are guarded, where you give people a brick wall, where you give them some pushback. You're not wanting to do this anymore. Say there's somebody that loves and adores you, you're like seeing where you're really hard on them, or where you don't allow yourself to feel things and you're really hard on yourself. You are starting to realize where you are hesitating in love, hesitating in abundance, hesitating in what you deserve. So affirm it below. I am breaking down walls daily. Okay? I am releasing hesitancy. Okay? You guys are starting to see that it's okay for you to do the most. You can do the most with the people that you love. You will be on cloud 9 doing the most with people you love. I'm hearing why so serious. So you're learning to not be so serious. You've been taking yourself very serious. Like, that's how I was earlier. I was like, I need to do this. I need to do that. Everybody get out of my way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, calm down. Calm down. So, yeah. You are realizing, what are you obsessed with and what is a perfect match? What are you obsessing over that you don't need to obsess over, that is fear-based, and what is been waiting for you all along? Like, you will feel on cloud 9 doing what you love. Doing what you love. That is really important for you right now. It's important to your authenticity. Okay? If you feel like you like having crazy mustaches, okay, because I have the mustache here, and everyone gives you a hard time, but it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're in character of the person that you want to be, or you always wear hats, or people know you for a certain thing, but you feel like they clown on you for that. Do what makes you feel good. You are attracting like-minded people. You are attracting people that are your tribe. You're going through a big breakthrough of feeling galactic. What makes you feel magical, galactic? Like you have truly turned the corner. Like you have truly turned the page. Yeah. Thank you, Blurred Girl. Yes, we are breaking down walls. It's like there's this Mars energy coming in. And you know it's like coming to seek, destroy, and flip everything over. And you're like, I am crystal clear on where I need to be. I am crystal clear on who I can be. You are the expert on you. You are the authority on you. You don't have to feel like you gotta like hide your dreams or be ashamed of your dreams. There is love in the air, and you're like Febrezing it. You're like, that's not love. Okay. But love is coming towards you. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Love of yourself. And yeah, you guys are the star. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Wands. You're ready to celebrate. There are commitments, people that are coming in that want to offer you things. You can pick and choose. Use your discernment. You don't have to take every old thing everybody brings in. Be aware of what you're focusing on and what you are reliving and what you are retelling and your emotions in that when you're retelling it. Where are you giving too much negative energy to? Where do you need to forgive and restore balance? Okay? So yeah, maybe there was something you really wanted to avoid. I don't want to do that. Maybe it's a birthday. Maybe you don't want to get older. You're like, I don't want to be older. I don't even want to think about it. Maybe you're like, you know what? Who cares? Okay? There are certain things where you're like, I don't care. This is what makes me feel lucky. This is what makes me feel young. This is what makes me feel youthful. So step into that. You are an earth angel. You are a star messenger. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed these messages today. Oh, I forgot. You guys could also be a Cancer or Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You don't have to be, but I got that earlier in the message before I started. We all get old. I know, right? Sorry, guys. Okay, how long have I been in here? Holy cow. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed everything, and don't be grumpy, okay? Give yourself some grace. Take a step back. Take a break. and know that, like, you got this, okay? Where are we chronically complaining? Where are we giving the pick-me's too much attention? And we just need to be easier on ourselves. I see us in certain ways trying to be real tough, like, nah, I could do this, I can lift that, I could, and then being like, oh, okay, that definitely hurt. So, like, let's just slow our roll, let's not get too overwhelmed. um you can take your time. You can take your time. Also, advice, I want you guys that whatever you feel like you're having trouble with, to listen to hypnosis of that, or affirmations of that, or subliminals of that, okay? Your subconscious is always running, so let it run at night. Let it do what it does, okay? Do we want our subconscious running and eating hot Cheetos at the same time? Of course not. We want our subconscious running on the loop that we want it running on. You feel me? So if you feel like you need to heal inner child, listen to subliminal hypnosis or affirmations of that when you're sleeping, before, after, during, all the things. If you feel like you need that for your inner child, if you feel like you need it for limiting beliefs, abundance, a broken heart, forgiveness, whatever you want it for, put your subconscious on that wheel of what you want in your life. And that way you can get least resistance, and it can give you like a boost, okay? Sometimes we need a boost up the ladder. Sometimes when we're trying to get over that wall, it will really help if somebody could boost us over that wall. Sometimes we're struggling just to get all the way up it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I really feel that strongly in my heart. Now, hypnosis would be the best, obviously. So you guys can look that up on YouTube or any platform that you're on. Hypnosis while you're sleeping, for the amount of time that you're sleeping, to train your subconscious to not be running amok, doing whatever. Also, I feel that in my heart because some of you guys are having nightmares, and your dreams are real vivid and wild right now, and it's showing you in a real effed up way, hey, we're kind of scared of these things over here. What are we going to do about it? And so you're ready to do something about it. You are ready to, I'm going to heal my inner child. I'm going to work on that more. I'm going to work on my subconscious. And sometimes it's a full-time job, but give yourself some grace and let a lot of it happen while you're sleeping. That's the best time to do it anyways. Okay? You like angel music when you're sleeping? I love that. This last pick a card that I did for Patreon, I did mostly 432 hertz music throughout the whole thing. And I never do that, but I felt so called because it was so in depth. There were 4 piles for the next chapter in your life, and I felt like that would be really like peaceful and soothing. Sometimes we're not ready for all that change. So I felt like, how can I bring you the news of the change with still it feeling like, you know, when you're listening to meditation music and you're like, I was feeling a little crazy, now I'm feeling really calm. And I feel like that's really going to help you guys. Yeah. Say you're getting anxiety and you're not in a place where you're near a tree or you can, calm down. The first thing I would do is put on 432 hertz music. It will help you. There's a lot of times where I'm like having a literal panic attack, and because sometimes I get anxiety really bad or social anxiety really bad, and or I have like a flare up from trauma, or I'll have like a trauma response, and I'm like, I need 432 hertz music. I need it to calm down my, what's it called? What's the word? What's the inside of our, what? Oh my God, nervous system. Sometimes we need these things for our nervous system, okay? So like the hypnosis, that's like hypnosis for your nervous system. You're going to feel that calm down. And then your subconscious is going to go to town. You feel me? Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Gregory. So yeah, if you guys are looking for an in-depth message for the next chapter of your life, I just posted that on Patreon. Everything on there is ad-free, and everything on members only is ad-free, but it's different types of content. So either way, I just felt like sharing that. Like, I never put 432 hertz in my, but I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I feel like that's needed because I feel like this Nine of Swords keeps popping up for people, and I don't want you guys to have nightmares. I know that's not fun. I know that when my loved ones are sleeping and I can tell that they're having a nightmare, I'm like, stop. I try to like make it stop, but like I also know they want to like know what's going on in their dream, but at the same time I'm like, no. So, yeah. Whatever will soothe your nervous system. Yeah, Bob Marley is good too. I feel very strongly that music is going to be your best friend, and it's going to really matter the type of music you're listening to, like what makes your nervous system feel we're good, we're calm. Like, you guys could be like me, I've got earbuds in all the time, like everywhere I go, and it just makes me feel like I'm in my own little world. Like, if I have to go to the grocery store by myself, I'm like earbud. If I sometimes I'm at work, I'm like earbud because I'm trying to tune out a lot of noise. I'm trying to sift through it and I want to hear just a certain thing. So yeah, you guys could be the same way. And maybe you're going through a shift, and instead of listening to loud and like angry music that's like dramatic and theatrical because your heart is broken, which I'm all in it. I'm a Leo, but at the same time, you're realizing that don't really help my nervous system or what I'm trying to affirm or what I'm trying to bring into my life. So maybe I should switch it around. What encourages you to fight another day? What music encourages you to like, I am okay, I am safe, like everything's good. Okay? So yeah, I love that for you guys. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmations. All important links are in the description box. Happy 8/8 portal. I hope that you guys are okay and safe wherever you are in the world. The let's see, what could be our assignment? Okay, so our spiritual assignment is going to be a heartfelt movie about forgiveness. I'm going to share Redeeming Love in the community tab. You guys drop after the live stream ends in the comments, what movie do you love about forgiveness? Okay, we're going to share that. And if you don't feel like sharing that, you can share where you are commenting and from which part in the world. Okay, I love hearing where you guys are from, and I love reading your guys' movies that you like, your books that you like, your shows that you watch. I feel like we're family, and that's a way that we connect and how we get to know each other. And I feel like it really helps me read your guys' energy as well when I'm getting downloads and messages. Okay, remember, you are the lion. Affirm it below. The lion moves for no one. Not even our shadow. Not even our ego. Not even Linda. Okay? You are the authority. You are restoring balance, and you are authentic. Okay? I love that that card came out first. Like, absolutely blown away. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys heard any motorcycles, street bikes, or Harleys while you were listening to this message. Okay? So yeah, I haven't said that in a long time. The lion moves for no one. But yeah. Did I go over your guys' charms? I feel like I did. Yeah, we got music, the peacock, the puzzle piece, a lot of angels, feathers, dragonflies, hummingbirds, dolphins, little dogs, elephants, locks, keys, ballerinas. We got zucchini, the chili, the game controller. So I know I got a lot of millennials in here. The lightning bolt, Batman. Ooh, you guys could really like the new Batman or like all the Batmans. I just recently watched the newer one and I was like surprised that I kind of liked it. I haven't watched all of it, but I'm gonna finish it. And yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. So I will see you guys in the comments for the spiritual assignment, and I will share my part of the spiritual assignment in the community tab in case any of you guys haven't seen the movie that I really like about forgiveness. All right, bye, guys.